Hello, everyone. This is the Reverend, and according to my wife, I am the world's strongest and nerdiest preacher. What are your thoughts? Let's get into the video. Today, we're doing an interesting topic. We are talking about diet and dietary restrictions, but we're not talking about the Mosaic Law and how that may or may not affect us today. We're avoiding that one completely. What we are talking about today is 1 Corinthians 6:19 and 20, which talks about how our body is the temple. What it says is, "What know ye not, that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you, which ye have of God, and ye are not your own, for ye are bought with a price. Therefore glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's." Now, what this is saying is our body isn't our own to treat like dirt. And most of us sadly do. I'm guilty of that myself, and trying to switch things up and lose some weight, get in shape, and glorify God in my physical body as well as my spiritual life. Well, how can you do this? One way is diet, of course. And don't go on a diet. Change your lifestyle. A diet will never be successful unless you change your lifestyle completely. One of the things you can do is take out processed oils. Only eat oils that are natural. No canola, no vegetable, no Crisco, no margarine. What you want to do is eat beef tallow, other tallows from different sources like sheep, goat, deer. Another thing you can do is pork lard, which is amazing, especially from wild pigs. You can do olive oil and avocado oil, which are both pressed. There's no heat involved in the extraction process. Another thing you can use is coconut oil. Now, coconut oil at room temperature is solid, but it has a fairly low melting point, but at the same time has a higher smoke point. It's really good oil to use. Butter and ghee, or clarified butter, are two wonderful things to use. Another thing you can use is schmaltz, which is chicken fat. Great thing. All of these natural fats are very good for you. You also want to focus on eating a balanced diet. You want most of your diet to be consistent of vegetables, fruits, and protein. Now, if you want to do like the carnivore diet or go vegetarian or pescatarian, that's your choice. If you believe that's what's best for your body, do it. I do not suggest anyone ever goes vegan. You cannot go vegan and get all the nutrients you need without eating some heavily processed foods. And we really need to avoid processed foods. Vegetarian, it can be difficult to get what you need. You got to eat a lot of eggs and you've got to eat a lot of cheeses to get what you need from a vegetarian diet, but it can be done. Pescatarian is even easier. Eat fish, eggs, cheese on a daily basis, you're good. When it comes to the carnivore diet, you can eat literally just beef every day and you will be fine. It has everything you need in it to survive. Now, do I suggest you do this? No. I mean, you're really, really cutting a lot of stuff out of your diet that is very enjoyable. What I personally suggest is a very well-rounded, balanced diet. You want vegetables with every meal. You want fruit on a fairly regular basis. You want meat, eggs, or some type of protein with every meal. It's really good if you can kind of stack the proteins too. One of the things I like to do is If I'm making breakfast, I'll have steak and eggs, or I'll have fish and eggs. For dinner, I might have steak and shrimp. I might have chicken with beef. I might have just various different things. I make sure to have cheese with most of my meals. Beans are a very good thing to eat in there. They can be both a protein and a vegetable. Another thing you want to do is you want to have some grains in there. The carbs are important if you want to keep your energy up. Rice is a good one, and you want to try to stay away from store-bought bread. Try making your own. A bread maker can be really cheap, and it rolls your bread and does everything for you, and then all you have to do is bake it. Nothing wrong with that. Bread, I love bread. And you can make bread out of all sorts of things. You can even meal your own grain to make your own breads. And you can come up with your own mixtures of flour. One of the things I really like is a rye barley blend. They're really, really good. I love rye. uh, Another thing you want to focus on is eating your biggest meals in the mornings. You want to have a big breakfast and a decent sized lunch, but then you want to have a small dinner. You should eat breakfast like a king, lunch like a knight, and then dinner you should eat as if you're a peasant. Now, this doesn't work if you actually know what they ate, but I mean, it could, because peasants ate hearty food, but they didn't eat their big meals at night. Something that's really good for you is salmon and trout. They're two of the best fish you can eat. If you have your own pond, fish. Eat your own fish, man. It's great. You catfish, um, bass, crappie, bluegill. They're all good. And there's also many ways to cook them. Go on YouTube, find different ways to cook your fish. You will be surprised just how many different ways you can cook fish. You could literally eat fish every day and not get bored with it if you did it correctly. But we need to pair our meals with exercise. So you should do cardio 3 days a week, and you should do some form of strength training 3 days a week. The strength training is still necessary if you're a woman, but not as important. Cardio is really good for a woman, and when a woman does strength training, she should focus on legs, butt, core. 2 days a week, focus on that. Your upper body, you don't even have to hit it every week, especially if you're married. If you're married, you need enough upper body strength to carry your babies. That's about it. Because you can get your husband, if you've got a good man, to do all the heavy lifting for you. And girls, he will enjoy doing it. Men love when our wives come to us and say, "Sweetie, this is heavy. Can you get it for me?" There is nothing that gets us happier than that. It's like, my wife needs me, I'm there. But I hope this helped you all out. God bless.